morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, that today we've got a whole bunch of new information about the first expansion, a couple of them really, for Sword and Shield. Yeah, the Isle of Armor and Frozen Tundra, and oh, it's looking good. We've got new Pokemon, we've got new Gigantamax forms. We've got a couple of new features. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot to get through. So let's roll, shall we? Now, starting off, one of the coolest things we've got here, of course, is Galarian Slowbro. Now, it is the Hermit Crab Pokemon. It is Poison Psychic, as a lot of people thought it would be. And it's got the ability Quick Draw, which is a completely new ability, though I'm not seeing much information about it at all. Now, it also has a new move, Shell Sidearm, a Poison-type special move that may poison the target, and inflicts either physical or special damage, depending on which will damage the target more, which is kind of spiteful. According to the official press release, a Shelter Bite set off a chemical reaction with the spices inside Galarian Slowpoke's body, causing Galarian Slowbro to gain the poison type. The Shelter that's latched onto Slowbro sometimes unconsciously bites down harder on Slowbro's arm, causing an itch to drive Slowbro to start wildly swinging its arm around and smashing its surroundings. With a speed that puts even the quickest reflexes to shame, Slowbro readies its Shelter and makes poisonous liquid shoot from the Shelter's tip. Cool. That is Shell Sidearm, incidentally. So that's kind of cool. Now, the other new Pokemon that were shown off are actually new Regi Pokémon. Regieleki and Regidrago. Now, Regieleki, now I should say these are from the Crown Tundra. These are not from the Isle of Armor. You will not be getting these on June the 17th. I should have told you that at the beginning of the video, shouldn't I? It's coming out on June the 17th. I put a thing on the screen. You saw it. Go on, admit it, you saw it. So, you're not going to be getting these in June. This is going to be in the second pack, but still, confirmed. Now, Regieleki is the electric Regi. It is, of course, following on with Registeel, Regirock, and Regice that did come around quite some time ago now. And it's got the ability Transistor. Transistor being another brand new ability we've not seen before. Regieleki absorbs electrons to live, and it has a signature move, Thunder Cage, which fires furious bolts of electricity from its lower half, trapping opponents directly below it in a cage of lightning. Thunder Cage doesn't only deal damage to opponents when it lands, the electrified cage will also cause damage every turn for 4 to 5 turns, and prevent opponents from fleeing or being swapped out. Dealing damage for several turns while stopping them swapping out, that sounds kind of good to me, ladies and gentlemen. But that's not the only Regi we're seeing. We've also got Regidrago, the Dragon Orb Pokemon, with the ability Dragon's Maw. It is a Dragon type, and it again has a new ability. Now, what we're told about this is that its body is composed of crystallized dragon energy. With Regidrago's signature move, Dragon Energy, the Pokemon assumes a shape similar to a dragon's head, then fires intense dragon energy from its mouth. The more HP the unit has remaining, the higher the move's power. So coming in with new abilities and special attacks, we'll find out more about these Pokemon as we go on a little bit, but for now, there's exciting stuff going on. Now, they are the new Pokemon per se, but we do also have new versions of the legendary bird trio from way back in Gen 1. Now, Galarian Articuno is literally categorized as the cruel Pokemon. It is psychic flying, as opposed to ice flying, and it's got the ability Competitive, which is not a brand new ability. It boosts special attack sharply when a stat is lowered. So that's kind of cool. Once every several decades, this migratory Pokemon appears in the Crown Tundra. Galarian Articuno's signature move, Freezing Glare, is a Psychic-type special move in which the Pokemon attacks by firing psychic power from both eyes. This move may also leave the target frozen. I do kind of love the way that even though it's no longer Ice-type, it does have a signature move that can freeze. Galarian Zapdos is known as the Strong Legs Pokemon and is fighting flying. rather than electric flying. Once every several decades, this migratory Pokemon appears in the Crown Tundra. We've heard that before. Galarian Zapdos' signature move, Thunderous Kick, is a fighting-type physical move that overwhelms a target with lightning-like movement before delivering a kick, and it lowers the defense stat. So once again, we got this cool thing going on here, where even though it's not lightning-type or electric-type anymore, it's still got a little bit of something in there, which is very, very cool. And it's got the ability Defiant, which boosts attack sharply when other stats are lowered. I'm seeing a little bit of a theme here. And then Galarian Moltres is the malevolent Pokemon, so they are really steering hard into the evil side of this. It is dark flying, as opposed to fire flying. And it's got the ability Berserk. Gee whiz, I wonder if that's an ability that raises one stat when others are lowered. Not entirely. It boosts special attack when it takes a hit that causes its HP to become half or less. Similar, not quite the same. And shockingly enough, once every several decades, this migratory Pokemon appears in the Crown Tundra. Its signature move, Fiery Wrath, is a Dark-type special move in which the Pokemon transforms its Wrath into a fire-like aura to attack. It may also make opposing Pokemon flinch. So once again here, we've got that cool thing going on. It's no longer a Fire type, but its signature move seems to have roots in Fire types, which is very, very cool. Now, if all of those new Pokemon weren't enough, we've also got some new Gigantamax forms. We kind of knew they were coming. Gigantamax Venusaur has the ability Overgrow, which powers up Grass-type moves when the Pokemon's HP is low. And apparently, the power of Gigantamaxing has made Venusaur's flower bloom so large that it covers a Pokemon's body. During battle, the Pokemon uses these petals as a shield and swings its two thick vines around to thrash its target. Grass-type attacks used by Gigantamax Venusaur will change to G-Max Vine Lash, which doesn't just deal damage to an opponent when it hits, it will continue to deal damage for 4 turns to any non-grass type Pokemon. So Venusaur's back, and it's after any Pokemon that isn't a grass type. Now obviously there's no Gigantamax Charizard because that was part of Sword and Shield normally, but we do have Gigantamax Blastoise here, coming along with the ability Torrent, which is kind of similar again. Basically, if it uses a water-type move, it will be boosted if its HP is low, so again, very similar to Venusaur there. Its shell has grown to match its body and it boasts new extra-large water cannons as well. Gigantamax Blastoise can adapt to different situations by using different combinations of its 31 variously sized cannons. That is a lot of cannons. Gigantamax Blastoise can also move the 12 large cannons surrounding its central cannon independently, letting it orient its attacks in any direction, whether towards the ground or the sky. Water-type attacks used by Gigantamax Blastoise will change to G-Max Cannonade, which doesn't just deal damage to an opponent when it hits, it will continue to deal damage for 4 turns to any Pokemon that isn't a water type. So blatantly here, we have got mirror images going on of Gigantamax Venusaur and Gigantamax Blastoise. But wait! Okay, fine, there aren't any other new Pokemon, I'm sorry, but there's still some other news that we can run through nice and quickly. Now, we are given a bit of information about the legendary Pokemon Urshifu's exclusive moves, which are Single Strike Style and Rapid Strike Style, and they can each learn different G-Max moves. Single Strike Style Urshifu has followed the path of darkness and can unleash a single severe blow, which is a move known as Wicked Blow, which always results in a critical hit. And it allows Urshifu to attack while ignoring the target's stat changes. But a Rapid Strike Style Urshifu that has followed the path of water can unleash a Flowering free hit combo, which is known as Surging Strikes, which always results in critical hits and allows Urshifu to attack while ignoring stats changes. Now, Unseen Fist is a new ability introduced in these expansions, which can only be learned by Single Strike Style Urshifu and a Rapid Strike Style Urshifu, and this ability allows Pokemon to deal damage when they attack with moves that make direct contact, even if your opponent uses Protect, which is very cool. Protect is supposed to stop any damage going through whatsoever, and this will actually allow you to hit through a Protect, which is kind of cool. Now, Dark-type attacks used by Single Strike style Gigantamax Urshifu will change to G-Max 1 Blow, and Water-type attacks used by Rapid Strike style Gigantamax Urshifu will change to G-Max Rapid Flow. And they can deal damage even if a target defends itself using things like Max Guard or Protect. Now, there are a couple of other things to notice quickly. There is a Cram-o-matic, which is basically a recycling bin that looks like a Cramorant, and if players feed it 4 items, it will combine them and give out a new item like Pokeballs, PP-Ups, and more. Some combinations might even produce rare items. I kid you not, it's not just the design of this. This looks awesome and I am genuinely hyped for it. There are new tutor moves on the Isle of Armor, so you can give them an Amorite ore, a substance found on the Isle of Armor, through max raid battles and other means. And we've got Burning Jealousy, a new fire-type move that can be taught. And what this one does is when it hits, it deals damage to all opposing Pokemon and burns anyone that's had their stats boosted during this turn. Glassy Glide is a grass-type move, and it has high priority, it means it will go first, when used on grassy terrain. And we've even got Max Soup. Now, Max Soup is a special dish made from rare ingredients you can gather, stop me if you've heard this one before, on the Isle of Armor. And if a Pokemon with great hidden potential drinks it, it will become a special Pokemon capable of Gigantamaxing. Some Pokemon that trainers are already traveling with may also gain the ability to Gigantamax. Find items, pop them in a soup, be allowed to Gigantamax. Yes! Can we see some new Gigantamax Pokemon now, please? Frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited. We've got new Pokemon, we've got new forms of old Pokemon, we've got new Gigantamax Pokemon, and we've got some new stuff coming in this expansion that sounds very cool, very original, and very fun. So, mark me down as very excited. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to know what you think about all this new news, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. And please do make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassyPlays, where you can find out about a whole bunch of games that don't have Pokemon in, but they're still awesome and we still love them. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.